God damn.
Goddamn. Goddamn is right, man. Goddamn
Man.
is right.
AEW.
Man, what is that thumbnail, bro? Why? Why? In almost 2025, did 2023 AEW Collision CM Punk make the thumbnail?
Oh, AEW, man. It never ends with them. They
And,
can't just. Yeah.
and you know, the craziest part about all this is, all of this is, bro, the, the, this stuff, oh man, the craziest stuff about all this, AEW today has three, and had it not been for the events of literally today, a couple hours ago, it would have been two, because if Penta did not become a free agent today, two things of note around AEW, because and you might be saying to yourself, well, I've heard a bunch about AEW this week. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you fucking
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I'm sure you've heard about Eric Bischoff criticizing the product, talking about how they have no hope. The company has no hope. I'm sure you've heard about Ricochet talking about how AEW was built because of him, even though he was fucking. I don't know. I guess he thinks he's like the first high flyer ever. But I don't know. AEW is built off of him. I'm sure you've heard a lot about AEW, bro. But all you ever fucking hear about them is from people's wacky opinions or people's valid opinions, and online from interviews, and no newsworthy things coming out of the show. And when you do, it's Ryan Nemeth accusing AEW and CM Punk of abuse and harassment.
It never ends with this company, dude. It never ends. It's just. It's just in a bad place, dude. It's in a really bad place. Tony Khan has really fucking steered the ship into a fucking iceberg, and it's not doing well, man. It's not doing well creatively. You could say all you want, AEW fans are gonna do what the old WWE fan would do and talk about the money and all that shit, the TV deal. Um, well, it's exactly like when SmackDown was absolute shit, but they got the Fox deal. So everyone said,
Oh,
"Oh, you can't criticize the show." So it's literally the same thing, but with the AEW fans, they're no different. It really is no difference between them, man. But the show and the company is just at a creative low point. It's literally just Tony Khan playing with his toys. That's all it's become at this point, man. Is who's his favorite toy, who he wants to play with this week, how it's gonna change this week, and people criticize it, man. And that's probably all you heard from this company this week for the most part is people criticizing it. Um, Fucking Dustin Rhodes on Twitter going on Twitter doing a fucking stand I am with AEW promo on fucking Twitter. It's a fucking mess, dude. They can't take criticism. They just want you to just sit, watch, and that's it, man. When the whole company was created because people didn't just want to sit and watch the bad product that WWE was putting out a couple of years ago. And they're in the same boat that they were in, man. So, guess life is a circle, man. We're fucking why Wyndham really was not lying when that man said life is a circle because history has repeated itself yet again.
it absolutely has, man. He was a revolutionary man. He was a very revolutionary man. He is the words that he spoke will hold weight forever, bro. And we see that come into fruition.
Truly.
And it's funny you say that, because I think about that saying all the time. I literally think
Oh
about that
yeah.
saying all the time. Is when he would say, he would always tweet out, life is a circle, and there was all the innuendos about life being a circle and the Firefly Funhouse and all these type. Yeah, yeah, bro. Life is indeed a circle because, like you stated, bro, everything that we see in AEW is has circled back from the 2019 days of WWE and everything that they used to say. Yeah, I mean I don't know, it's to an extremely creative we're at an extremely creative low point, and we're at an extremely creative low point and man, I mean it's you know, again, I mean the when you WWE's done so much press throughout the week and stuff like that. Even if we did not have, the news from the dirt sheets, man. WWE, there's just good news coming out of the company. There's good news. There's good, morale is up in the company, and there's good news coming out of the company, and even when we always talk about it on Unscripted, man. But like when we talk about WWE, we can actually talk about the
Good and bad,
the
like,
the
and have a genuine conversation.
about the stories, and we can
Mhm.
lean into the stories almost as if we're in them ourselves. With AEW,
Exactly.
all you do is rant about how the show can be better.
Exactly, and that's when all you do, it gets tiring, it's boring to talk about, it's boring to watch. But when you when we're talking about WWE, we talk about the things we like, the direction that we hope it goes, that it could go. We talk about stuff we don't like, the direction we would take it, or I think they should take it. There's good and bad, and we get to talk about it in just a normal, genuine way. Just, yeah, man, they're just not doing this too great. I don't like the way they're doing this. But this, on the other hand, action, this is where it could go. That shit's fun. That's why I love fucking Unscripted. That's what it used to be when we talked about AEW. But now when we talk about AEW, it's up. There were some matches. Nope. They fucked up the Adam Cole story again. Nope. Fucking Death Riders are facing nobodies. Oh, it's the same thing every and half the time. We just have to go and talk about the backstage problems because that's the main problem with the AEW.
I've never seen, oh, speaking of life being a circle, I as as the spotlight gets more and more put on AEW and their lack of being able to run a company. I don't think I've ever seen a more tone deaf, which is funny because we used to use that word tone deaf a lot with
Hmm.
WWE. I don't think I've ever seen a more tone deaf. I don't think I've ever seen a more stubborn, and I don't think I've ever seen a company with this little communication with their people backstage and also with their fan base, because you know for for a locker room that loves to hang out on Twitter, and for a locker room that loves that loves to fuck off and do everything but make their television better, and it starts from the top, the man himself, man, I mean, their line of communication with their fan base is completely fucking lost, man.
Oh, it really is, dude. It's literally just you don't like one single element, you hate our existence, and we don't like you, and just watch our product. That's all it is. You criticize them once, and they think you hate that company's existence, bro. And that's not the case. I love the company. I think AEW's at least the idea of AEW is always needed. You always need, especially in this current state of wrestling, you gotta have two big companies at once, or else one is just going to get filled up and topple over. And you need two companies. I like AEW. I always liked it. It used to be my preferred company. Even when there was that short period of time where both were good at the same time, I still preferred AEW. And now I don't want to watch it at all because it's so fucked and just so creatively non-existent. It's just it's so sad, dude. It's so sad and so frustrating. But we're into the company, man. It's our fault.
Yep, and all they do is fucking Man, all they do is all they do is try to spin it back on us, bro. All they do is try to spin it back on us. Is they come up with these stupid hashtags, and I mean,
With AEW.
and then they love to they love to they love to put on a bad product, and then when people criticize it, they throw themselves on the ground and try to cry victim. I mean,
Oh,
it's
100%.
complete, it's ridiculous, bro. I mean, you can't put on this bad of television, and then when people criticize it, you again, you fall down and cry for help because AEW's under constant attack, and I stand with AEW. I mean, dude, what happened, bro? Did the headquarters get shot up? I mean, what do you mean you stand with AEW? You're not under.
Like,
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what is
like
what?
this. Literally, that's like what you fucking put on Twitter when there's a fucking terrorist attack. You know, when you're fucking just getting criticized for the way your product is. You don't see fucking Call of Duty tweeting out, I stand with Call of Duty when they get fucking criticized. Like, that's not how it works, bro. You get criticized, you take that criticism, and you either prove the fans wrong, or you move accordingly to what the overall fan base thinks and change your product. It's that simple, bro. And you're doing neither. You're fucking poking the bear, and then you fucking cry wolf when the fucking bear tries to attack back. It's literally they like literally are the boy who cried wolf, man. Except they'll get in your face, say all this stuff. You get up and you're the bully, dude. It's insane, dude.
And the boy who cried wolf today's name is Ryan Nemeth. And with that, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome back to another edition of NHP. This is episode 243 of the Newsman. And what is going on, everybody? Like I said, welcome back to another edition of the news. And if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday after Monday Night Raw, we are on here with NHP's Unscripted, as well as Fridays at 4 p.m. Central. We are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is episode 223. The sun has set on the new day. You guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for NHP Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can all find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. And with that, you can get the newest piece of AEW. No, don't get the newest piece of AEW merch. Get the
Please,
newest piece of NHP merch with the NHP Next Chapter design, as you can see on your very screen right now, man, to commemorate the rebrand of the podcast. It is available right now on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the hosts of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. It was a pretty good week. Coming off a great weekend, of course. It was a back to reality overall this week, man. But overall, it's been a good week, man. The new Zombies map came out yesterday. That's really fun. So I really can't wait to do this, Call of Duty, second stream where we're doing zombies. I think it's gonna be real fun. And I'm good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Like Durante always ask, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, bro. Doing pretty good. Yeah, just chilling, bro. Just chilling, getting ready for the Christmas season and whatnot. So, that's
Hell yeah.
exciting. And yeah, but with that, speaking on the next gaming stream, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, we should be sometime next week, hopefully, hopping on
Hmm.
this time for some zombies. this time for some zombies rather than the regular multiplayer or the multiplayer that we did the first time. We should be hopping on for some zombies, so that's exciting. That is exciting, and I'm excited about that. Bringing you guys another episode of the gaming, which shout out to my man JT, bro. You're getting two within a month's time. So I'm
Hmm.
sorry, man. AEW Fight Forever was just absolutely horrible. There
It
was
was that bad, bro.
we 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 hit a roadblock with NHP Gaming, bro, because God, that was bad. Um,
That game put AEW in the red. It put fucking Notorious Heels Gaming in the fucking red for a while. So that's how bad it was.
Tony Khan spent $10 million on the game. I spent 10 million emotion points. I spent 10
Mm-hmm.
million mental health points on the game. Because,
10 million.
whew, yeah, 10 million for that is some of the craziest work you will ever hear about in video game history.
Sort of
However,
scammers.
oh, dude, THQ. I think it was THQ. They've made some
Mm-hmm.
amazing SVR games. I don't. They laughed in that man's face and took his money so gradually, bro.
Mhm. Oh yeah, dude, that was a scam of the century, dude. Heist of the century.
Yeah, Tony's had a couple of those. Tony Khan's had a couple of those,
Yes.
man, and they're still ongoing. A couple of them. People are still
Mm-hmm.
scamming him to this day. He's paying them every month, half of his roster to be exact. But regardless, no, man, I'm doing good. Like I said, as we get into the winter season and whatnot, that's just exciting times and shit. So, yeah, that's about that's about everything, bro. But uh, mm, I thought there was the gaming stream. Oh, I gotta throw up the graphic, man.
Yeet.
Huge. Happy birthday. Special shout out to our mod, one of our mods, and the NHP Twisted Sister, man. I don't think she's here yet, of course. And I know her birthday's
No, bells.
tomorrow, so don't correct me. But we obviously won't be on tomorrow. Huge happy birthday shout out to Belle, man. So happy birthday to Belle. Hope you enjoy your day. For real, Belle, you know, me and Belle have a rocky relationship, man. One of true hatred. One of true hatred. But Belle, we love having you around. Thank you for being around. We love your energy in chat. We love your opinion. You're an amazing person. Thank you so much for just sharing a bit of your life with us through being in chat. You know, whenever we do get the chance to chat about things not wrestling in the chat. And truly, thank you for everything. Thank you for spending so much time here. Thank you for supporting us. Hope you have a happy birthday, my dog. And yeah, happy birthday to Belle, man.
Really, happy birthday. I hope your birthday really is special, man. Birthdays, they're special. They really are, and I hope you have a phenomenal birthday. Thank you for all the time you spend with us in chat, on Twitter, all that. Thank you. Happy birthday.
There it is. She's not here yet, so I'm probably gonna have to throw the graphic up again when she gets here so she can see it.
Yep.
Because Belle's always late. Speaking of being late, I'm surprised Logan's here on time, but I'll give it up for Logan. He's here. And not to mention, my man, JB. He says the
Hey,
boys are back. The boys are back in town. Thumbs up,
we
catch you
are.
on the replay. Yes, as Durant always asks, what is going on? Family's good. Everything's good, Durante. What about you? What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, anybody here right now, or my guys in the Replay Mafia, JT, JB? Thank you for stopping in, JB, my man. How are you guys doing? And thank you guys, as always, for joining us, man, for another edition of the news, man.
Really, thank you guys.
All right, AEW
Here.
time. Well,
Hey.
AEW time is not gonna. It's you know, back. Oh wow, 9 years ago, you know, Drake said something in a song with Big Sean. He said, "I'm here for a good time, not a long time," and that is what the AEW stories have decided to tell us today, because there's only three of them. Um,
It
so,
really is, dude. They really, man, it was a good time, but fuck, is it nothing now?
They were here for a good time, not a long time. Same with the stories today. They are going to be here for a good time, not a long time, because there's only fucking 3 of them.
Fucking A. Short and sweet. Actually, at this point, that's the way I like my AEW.
Very true. Very true. More well nowadays it's more of
Short and sweet.
yeah, nowadays it's like short with a 20-minute overrun and sweet.
Oh yeah.
So
As you say, usually a Dynamite is long and sour, man. But usually at this point, talking about AEW is short and sweet, man. Short and sweet. It really is like a Sour Patch Kid, man.
speaking of AEW, look at Logan over here. He says he's got his own YouTube thing to take care of. He's crying victim. What are you gonna do next, Logan? What are you gonna start the hashtag I'm with Logan? Is that what's going on
I
here?
will. I'll tweet it out right now. Logan, I got you.
Well, speaking of the boy who cried wolf, Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth alleges harassment and abuse by CM Punk and AEW. He also claims AEW silently fired him over issues with CM Punk. Well, for all the ruckus that Jack Perry started with him being the scapegoat, I think we knew who ended up getting scapegoated out of this after all.
Punk.
Oh well, Ryan Nemeth. Punk's the winner out of all this, to be quite honest.
He really is. He won.
So, Fightful Select has reported on a complaint Ryan Nemeth sent to several AEW executives on September 12th of this year. In this, Nemeth outlined a timeline of events which he was mistreated by CM Punk. And was given the runaround or ignored by the company when he reported Punk's alleged misconduct. In April of last year, Nemeth says he brought his concerns about potential issues between himself and Punk to AEW's top lawyer at the time, Mega Parka. 2 months later, Nemeth had a run... I hate you, Logan. Nemeth had a run-in with Punk that was reported in the summer leading up to All In of 2023 after Punk's return promo on the Collision premiere. Nemeth referred to Punk as the softest man alive in a social media post that led to a locker room confrontation during which Nemeth says Punk threatened him. Parka, Tony Schiavone, Matt and Nick Jackson all emphasized with Nemeth over his apparent antagonistic relationship with Punk and assured him his employment would be impacted because of his complaint. Regardless, he still wasn't booked for the next 2 months. And in July, contacted Parka to express his concern that no action had been taken over the locker room incident, and that AEW was silently firing him by letting his exclusive pay-per-appearance contract expire without using him again. Nemeth noted he heard from Jon Moxley several times during that summer, with Mox telling him that the situation didn't sit right with him. In August, Nemeth was booked for a Collision taping, but was sent home by CM Punk, who the report had previously undisclosed. He had a previously undisclosed executive producer and manager title with AEW. Nemeth says he has audio recordings of some of the interactions backstage at Collision that day.
And he does.
Nemeth called Parka after that happened, and he was booked for the August 16th Dynamite, and he was instructed to cut a live promo in the arena that would verbally antagonize CM Punk. Nemeth spoke to representatives from AEW's legal and human resources departments that day, but still did not receive a response that he deemed satisfactory. Around this time, Parka exited her position with AEW, and Nemeth was now dealing with Chris Peck and Margaret Stalvey in the legal department. AEW conducted an investigation after Punk's dust-up with Jack Perry in London last year that Nemeth Nemeth participated in that. He again brought up his past complaints and worry that he would be made a scapegoat in the entire situation. Fightful's AEW sources tell them the investigation was more about determining Punk's future in the company, and that wasn't focused on Nemeth and Punk's issues. Nemeth's last AEW match was in November of 2023. Although his contract wouldn't expire until March of this year, he believes Tony Khan holds him responsible for having to fire CM Punk and mentions numerous rejected or ignored pitches for his return, made by producer/agent Sanjay Dutt as evidence. Nemeth also says that Peck offered him a financial settlement worth several years of his salary in exchange for signing an NDA. When Nemeth asked to discuss the deal further, it was rescinded. Peck also allegedly threatened to sue Nemeth over his submitted timeline and told him he'd be placing himself in an antagonistic position to Mega, whom Nemeth had a good relationship with, if the issue went to arbitration. AEW, we have reached out to AEW to comment. They have not commented on the report.
No way they didn't comment. No.
Wow. Wow. This is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot. So to talk, normally we start from the top. Let's start from the bottom.
Yep.
So Nemeth believes in this case scenario that, he believes Tony Khan holds him responsible for having to fire CM Punk, and he believes that he believes Tony Khan holds him responsible for having to fire CM Punk. Again, this is just my opinion. I don't think that's the case. I think if Tony looks at anybody as to who is the straw that broke the camel's back in this situation, I think it's Jack Perry. And I think the reason Nemeth got let go is because Nemeth holds absolutely no name value at all and willingly went out there and put himself in shit with the company by posting out the tweet that he posted out, the softest man alive. I think they looked at him as expendable, very similar to Ace Steel. The guy was expendable. I mean, guys like, I know everybody makes fun of Jack Perry, but Jack Perry is a guy that AEW looks at as a pillar, okay? He's not really too expendable in the eyes of the company. Same with the Bucks and Omega. These guys aren't expendable, man. These guys are huge superstars for the company. And you also look at CM Punk. CM Punk is not expendable. CM Punk was their biggest fucking draw. But who is expendable in this situation? It's Ryan Nemeth. And I think that had to do with it. I don't think Tony Khan necessarily... I don't think he necessarily holds Ryan responsible. I just think Ryan was the most expendable.
He really was, and that's also why they sent him out there to do that antagonizing promo, is because what's gonna happen? What's he gonna get into it with CM Punk again? And we got to get rid of him. It'd be nothing to them. That's exactly what it was. He wasn't the scapegoat. He was just the most expendable, and that's how Tony Khan saw him. Man, he was expendable, and he expended him. And it's as simple as that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of wrong in the situation in general. You're poking the bear, man. You're making tweets. You made a tweet about a guy who isn't afraid to go into someone's face, fucking barge in their locker room, anything, or fight back when people barge in his locker room. But you know what I mean. Someone who's willing to who's down for a confrontation. He's someone that's confrontational. You're gonna poke that bear, and then you're gonna get scared when it comes up and fucking threatens you. That's how it works. That's how human interaction works. You piss someone off, you start talking shit, they're probably gonna come up to you and ask what's up with it. And that's what he did. And he ran off to management. Then management told him to antagonize them back, and then it's a bad situation all around. First of all, you got management telling you to fucking go antagonize the guy because they know you're expendable, and then you are antagonizing the guy, and then you're scared and mad that he gets back in your face. Like that's how people work. You just can't antagonize people. It's a lesson that this whole roster, I think, had to have learned during this whole Punk situation is you poke the bear's gonna bite back, and you can't be fucking mad or sad or scared when the fucking bites back because you fucking kept poking him. It's that simple.
Yeah, and two, for me, it's not even, it's for me, I'm not trying to say that Punk is correct, and Punk got
No,
fired for what happened, and
no real
honestly, and
reason.
and honestly, bro, Punk got fired for a real, like Sir K just said, he got fired for a real reason. Okay, that this wasn't, a firing. This wasn't a firing that wasn't completely unwarranted. Should he have went up to Ryan Nemeth and told him to take this outside? They can take this outside. Pointing at, beating the fuck out of the guy. Probably not. But at the end of the day, Punk is only
It,
human, and if you keep getting fucking poked, eventually you're gonna fucking snap. I mean, that's just how human beings work. And is it right? Probably not. But at the end of the day,
no,
it's human
no,
emotion, bro. I know if somebody were to keep fucking with me, you know, uh,
I would, I would probably go and see just ask what's up with it. You just gotta ask.
100%, and again, what I was saying, if they were to do to me what was happening to CM Punk the first couple times, just the kind of person I
Take
am,
it on the chin.
I feel like I would, I would take it on a chin a couple times, maybe just observe what's going on. But if that shit continued to carry on, that I know myself, I would have absolutely fucking snapped off because, I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
dude,
just how people are.
you and if you look at the landscape of the situation here, Punk came back onto Collision. He didn't even want to come back.
No.
Okay? He didn't even want to come back, but Tony assured him, I'm going to separate everybody. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to separate everyone. We're going to get everybody separated. And, he said he was going to separate everybody. And, Punk came back. As soon as you come back, you have people making tweets like that. Like, dude, like
Mm-hmm.
this,
It,
this,
it,
this is that. In CM Punk's mind, I just know he thought to himself, "This is exactly why I didn't want to fucking come back." And
exactly.
again, the natural human thing to do, if you keep being poked, like I just said, as any human being would do, is eventually go up to the guy and be like, "So,
What's
what?
up?
What was that about?" Like, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm the softest man alive. So he went up to Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth obviously got upset about it and said he was threatened and harassed by CM Punk. Dude, you can't. Dude, I'm sorry. You cannot fucking tweet out. You cannot tweet out somebody else is the softest man alive and then go to HR when this guy gets in your face.
It's literally like it's the most ironic thing ever. And the Punk situation right here with Ryan Emmett is literally you're getting called into work on a day you don't want to work, but you're getting called in, and when you come in on a day you're not even supposed to be there, everyone's pissing you off. You got other employees pissing you off. You probably got customers, i.e., fans, pissing you off. Obviously, it's gonna make you more mad than you usually do. And again, not that it's a good thing that what Punk did, but it's a human thing. And at the end of the day, if you leave a box by your garbage that's an empty TV box and you leave your door at night, is it a good thing that you might get robbed? No, but it's probably what's going to happen because you have to work accordingly. You have to move accordingly. That's just how life works.
Yeah, I mean, again, bro, I don't know, if again, if you didn't want, if you didn't want no fucking problems, bro, you shouldn't have fucking tweeted about the guy in the first place, because there was no, I mean, prior to this we had heard about no beef with Punk and Ryan Nemeth, and he went out there, made tweets, and he got mad because fucking Punk wanted to fucking squabble up with him in the Collision parking lot. And again, And again, like I said, it's not that Punk is correct in the situation, but what did you expect a guy
Exactly.
in his position to do? I mean, it's just that's natural. That's just that's what happens to people, bro. That's what happens to people. If you're unhappy in a situation, you are more likely, or if you are unhappy in an
Hmm.
environment, you are more likely to pop off than the people that are happy in the environment. Um,
Exactly.
and that's just, again, not saying that Punk is right, but that's what happens. And if Ryan didn't want that to happen, Ryan shouldn't have went out on his Twitter and made a bunch of dumbass fucking remarks on Punk's first night back. And then you get mad when AEW doesn't bring you back. Dude, you make a tweet like that, it looks like you don't give a fuck about the place. And you technically don't even work there. You're on a pay by
Yeah.
appearance and you're ruffling feathers like that. What did you think was going to happen?
Exactly. You can't do that. You like I said, you don't even work there. You're causing problems. I'd boot you too. I probably wouldn't even put you on collision in the first place after that tweet, bro. I tell you, yeah, you're not going out, bro. You stay in the back. We'll end this right out because I'm not dealing with that shit, bro. Like what?
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And again, like I said, you you're on a pay by appearance. Don't you think you should be wanting to make a decent impression to, I don't know, maybe get the next tier of contract in AEW? Again, you make tweets like that. I
You're
mean,
not
what
going anywhere.
now?
Like,
Again, like, and there are certain parts of this where I do feel I do feel bad for Ryan. I mean, the part in here where um okay, here we go. He was booked for the August 16th edition of Dynamite and instructed to cut a live promo in the arena that would verbally antagonize CM Punk. Whoever told him to do that, whoever
should be.
pressed him to do that, should have their fucking job on the line as well. Because whoever did this, clearly gives as much of a fuck about AEW as Ryan Nemeth does. Because why? I, after everything that company had went through up until that point, August of 23, they had went through Brawl Out. They had went through all that bullshit with Hangman and fucking Colt Cabana, and I mean they'd went through so much. They'd went through so much. They finally just got Punk back, and and then we obviously get the black eye that the shit with him and Ryan Nemeth started, and Punk was kicking people out of the arena and all this stuff. And what do you decide to ask, and what do you decide to instruct Ryan Nemeth to do after all of that? It, what you should have done, if you cared about keeping Nemeth and Punk around, what you should have done is had these two fuckers sit in a room and hash their shit out. Or you could have had them sit in a room with Tony Khan and have neither one of them have to say anything. But what Tony Khan can
Hmm.
say is, look, I'm the boss. You're not going to say shit to him. You're not going to say shit to him. And that's the fucking end of it. But no, you didn't. What do you decide to do? You decide to instruct Ryan Nemeth to verbally antagonize CM Punk. Who is that helping?
Like that's not helping it. That's not helping AEW. That's not helping either your talent cases. It helps nobody. It's just pointless things to get one ups that don't mean anything, dude. It's gonna. I just don't understand. I don't understand the thought process behind that. They did it to themselves. All the Punk stuff, all the him leaving, the way the company looks after he left. It's all on them, dude.
Um, you know, to my understanding, I believe Ryan I believe Ryan was friends with the elite, and the fact
Hmm.
that you know, I mean, honestly, the parts about his complaints falling on deaf ears, um, they fired Punk. I mean, they clearly they were looking into it somewhat. I mean, they fired
Yeah.
CM Punk, bro. I don't really understand. I don't. It's again, man. It sounds to me. This is honestly now again. This is just my opinion. It sounds to me. Ryan was friends with the Elite. He wanted Punk gone, and he wanted to stay because again,
Mhm.
they got rid of Punk. But it seems he's just mad because they got rid of him too. Which again, he was the most
I
expendable,
want that.
bro. He was the tiniest name in all of this. And truth be told, you know, I mean, Tony didn't want to get rid of Jack, but Jack himself wanted to go. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, I can't for the life of me understand. I can't for the life of me understand what exactly the problem is here, bro. And like Hector says in the chat, he played his stupid games and he won his stupid prizes, and he's not with
Mhm.
AEW anymore. And your complaints were clearly heard because when they fired CM Punk, you don't think they took into account the beef with Ryan Nemeth? But again, what this sounds
Exactly.
to me like is he wanted to stay in the company and he just wanted Punk gone, which makes me believe and we said it before, and this is not taboo to anybody, it sounds to me they wanted to sabotage CM Punk. They wanted him out and they wanted to keep their friends in. And it sounds like Ryan is upset because he was expended and he did not want to be.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They wanted Punk out for a while. They finally get it. They finally poked the bear enough for him to bite back, and the zoo the bear enclosure.
Start back at you were used. Go.
Mm. You were used, and then you did what they wanted you to do, and then they found no value in you after that, so they got rid of you, man. It's fucked up. It does suck for him at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, I don't know what he thought he expected. I guess he really did think he was going to be in the company and used as like a young star. I,
He's
like
39.
39, but a young star, man. So, yeah, I guess he had that mentality, man, but. I don't know what else he expected to. He didn't have much value. What was the fucking group he was a part of? The was it the Hollywood Blondes or
No, it was the fuck.
Hollywood Hunks? Is it? Was it that?
That was his nickname, the Hollywood Hunk.
Mm.
Um
He was part of some fucking nothing
what
like
no
trio.
it was JD Drake, Bononi, Peter Avalon, and Nemeth, and I can't remember what the name of the group
Oh,
was, but I know what you're talking about.
it was something about like looks. It was like handsome something or something. It was something like that. But the fact that I don't remember the group's name kind of goes to show their value and his value. And it wasn't that much. And they saw him expendable and they expended him, man. So genuinely, it does. It's literally, bro, everything with the Punk situation from everyone that had problems with him in AEW down from the start to the end. It's unfortunate for everybody because everybody is at fault, mainly Tony Khan for his lack of, being a boss. But it's just unfortunate for everybody, and for a lot of them, it's just the simple words of what you think was gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, man. Um yeah, I cannot find the name of this group, bro, but I know what you're talking
No,
about. Um
I'll have to find it out, man. We'll bring it up on Monday, man. Cause fuck, I know the group.
definitely, bro, but I mean again, like I said, it you know, it is it is I do somewhat feel bad for him in some of these situations, man, but for most of this stuff, bro, again, your complaints clearly fell on some ears, bro, because they fired CM Punk. And whether
Mhm.
whether it was because of the Ryan Nemeth thing or not, whether it was because of the Ryan Nemeth thing or not, bro, he still got fucking fired. Okay? And
Exactly.
I honestly think that again, with Ryan being friends with the elite, Ryan could have been one of those guys that was set out to sabotage CM Punk because clearly,
Hmm.
and this is the first time we're actually getting it confirmed by a legit source, he was be If Ryan Nemeth was being told to verbally antagonize Punk, you don't think somebody told Jack Perry to go out there and make fun of the real glass bullshit to provoke him? That's
Exact. Maybe
man.
there's an element to the scapegoat that we don't know. Maybe it was someone that told him to, hey, to lean into this punk stuff, man. Lean into it. And maybe that's why he sees himself as the scapegoat and the Joker or whatever he fucking says every week with his weird fucking sayings.
Everyone has
Maybe
a
there is the
code.
next one. Everyone has a fucking code. Yeah, that man really does think he's the Joker. But maybe there is something to the scapegoat name and the reason he thinks like that, because maybe we don't know, because obviously they're no stranger to NDAs. Maybe someone told them to do something and it backfired in a way they didn't even think that they wanted it to. And maybe that's why he considers himself a scapegoat. He could have been told to do that at the end of the day. We don't know. They love his NDAs. Tony Khan loves his NDAs. If they were gonna give an NDA to
Yep.
Ryan Nemeth,
Yep.
how many do you think there are in that company, bro? With the Elite, Jack Perry, Punk, Cole Cabana, Ace Steel, who knows else, but we didn't know that Jericho stuff that ended up popping up. All this stuff that we probably won't know for years. Dozens of it, probably.
1000%, bro. And going back to that, another thing I feel bad for Nemeth for is um so he says in here that Chris Peck offered him a financial settlement worth several years of his salary in exchange for signing an NDA. Over this?
Over this, imagine what they paid everybody else, dude. They were
Again,
gonna pay
ugh.
L- Ryan Nemeth years of his already salary, which even for the people of Ryan Nemeth's like size, in terms of like star power, they still get paid more than they should be at the end of the day. So they were gonna offer that man a bag to keep quiet about this, which is at the end of the day, this is nothing. This is a drop in a pond. That's what this is, dude, and that's crazy to think what else lies in that pond.
And truth be told, I mean, you look at any of the other situations with NDAs in AEW, man, a lot of the whole brawl out stuff probably wouldn't be as the fans probably wouldn't bug them as much about it if everything wasn't kept quiet. I feel like if
Hmm.
I feel like if everything was already out there, it would have been old news by now. I mean, we all know how wrestling media works anyways. I mean, people are going to look at that story, talk about it for a month or so and then move on to the next thing. But if they were willing to put an NDA on Ryan Nemeth for this, it really goes to
Hmm.
show how much Tony Khan does not love any sort of confrontation, or he doesn't want to be asked any sort of hard hitting questions about this kind of stuff. And it really goes to show how unfucking fit he is for a promoter, bro. I mean, you put an NDA on almost everything. This guy puts an NDA on damn near
Hmm.
everything that goes through this fucking company, man. And it's because he doesn't it's because he doesn't properly know how to run a company, and when shit goes to the wayside, all he knows is throw money in their face and shut them up because he
Yep,
can't fix
classic
anything.
rich guy. No, he's the classic. My dad's rich, so I'm rich. If I have a problem, I'll throw money at it and it'll go away. If I want something, I'll throw money at it. I'll play with that toy and then I'll be done. It's who Tony Khan is. To his core is just a spoiled rich kid, and this is how they act. They throw NDAs at people. They throw their money because that's the way to solve every problem they'll ever have is money, money, money. And look where it's at. Got AEW, man.
It's just absolutely crazy to me that they were willing to throw money, years of his salary, for an NDA for this.
Insane.
Yeah, absolutely crazy to me, bro. Absolutely crazy to me, man. Peck allegedly threatened to sue Nemeth over his submitted timeline, and told him he would be placing himself in an antagonistic position to Mega, which Ryan did not do because he had a good relationship with her. So whoever this Chris Peck is quite the dickhead, because he clearly used
Oh yeah.
the friendship or the good relationship between Nemeth and Mega Parka against him, which is again, it really goes to show how unfit Tony Khan and his whole team is to run a wrestling company, because they cannot properly fucking figure shit out themselves, and
No, they
this is what they do.
they just throw their money, throw their NDAs, and call it a day, dude. It's crazy work, man. It really is.
It absolutely is, man. And yeah, that is basically everything with the Ryan Nemeth and CM Punk, with the Ryan Nemeth and CM Punk uh whole discourse and alleged abuse and harassment claimed by Ryan Nemeth here, man. Again, so again, now some things I do feel bad for Ryan for.
Yeah.
I feel bad that, you know, this dude was instructed to antagonize Punk. He was instructed to antagonize him, and I mean, they were going again. They offered him to sign an NDA for something as little as this. But again, at the end of the day, there are things to not feel bad about him for, man. I mean, you go out there, you make a tweet like that, and the guy gets in your fucking face. Again, not saying that Punk is right, but it's a natural human thing to do. If you didn't want beef with him, if you didn't want him to try to fucking squabble up with you, then you shouldn't have said shit in the first place, and none of this would have ever happened.
Exactly, man. It's the classic fuck around and find out, and boy did AEW find out.
Man, yes, they did. Um, yeah, man, that is that. That is that, man. Appreciate it, Hector. Appreciate it. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you,
us,
man.
bro.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, more negative AEW news before we get to the one positive story, and that is just so happens to be somebody leaving AEW. Um, okay. All right. According to oh, that's the other thing, bro. According to this is a side story. I don't even know if this is completely true or not. According to Ibu of Wrestle Purist, apparently the elite's mindset on this whole thing is this isn't our mess to fix.
Yeah. They gotta be more checked out with AEW than me at this point, bro, because ain't no way. Fucking
Dude,
A.
if that's their mentality, if that is their mentality, not everything is necessarily their mess to fix, but a lot of the shit is. And if that's the case,
It's
that's great leadership you have in the company.
great.
Again,
Great. Mm-hmm.
I'm not I don't want to say too much. Just I don't even know how true that is, bro. But if that is the case, oh man, this company is doomed, bro.
It really is, bro.
Juice Robinson, according to the Observer, Juice Robinson has a potential broken foot. He had x-rays and had not had the results back as of yesterday, which this came out on the 3rd, so this came out 3 days ago. So he had not his results back as of the 2nd of December. But he was fearing a broken foot. Apparently, this happened in his Continental Classic match against Will Ospreay. It did happen in his Continental Classic match against Ospreay, man. And speaking of the Continental Classic, Juice Robinson's replacement in the C2 due to injury is Commander.
Bro. Okay, so first of all, sucks for Juice, man. I think didn't he like just come back from an injury
Just
too?
came back from a back injury. Yep.
That shit is always the worst, dude. Wish speedy recovery, wish the best. Hope those results come back good because that always sucks, dude. But dude, Tony Khan replaces Juice Robinson with with bro. You can't make this shit up, dude. What? Way to make me not excited for any of these matches.
Wait. So Tony tweets out, due to injury, Juice Robinson cannot complete the Continental Classic, aiming to prove that he can hang with the world's very best. High-flying rising star Commander will join the field as a Gold League first alternate, plus the upcoming schedule will be adjusted accordingly.
I like how everyone that's barely used in AEW is just, they're a young rising star. We'll never use them, and they'll probably never fucking rise past the mid card because we can't take people further. But everyone's a young rising star. Like, bro, you don't use these people. They're not
They're
rising.
not. They're
They're sinking.
they,
They're in quicksand. AEW is quicksand, and they are sinking fast. And what do you mean a rising star?
these comments are just as hilarious.
Oh, dude, I'm sure.
Commander is a hell of a choice. We get to see what some amazing wrestlers can do wrestling against a top tier lucha libre wrestler. This is going to be fun as hell.
These people are robots, man. I don't know what the mental capacity these people have, but it's ADHD like I've never seen it before. They need a match 24/7, dude. And it's got
Wait,
to be
wait,
the
hold
fucking.
on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Commander is in here because you need a guy that we can build story off of. What?
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 We
Okay.
need a guy you can build story off of and can take a loss or two. Yeah, that's all he's in there for. To take a loss or two. That
Take
part
a
you have
lot.
correct.
I
Let's
was gonna
fucking
say,
go.
yeah. Yeah, we need
Commander
a
is a hell
jobber.
of a choice. Wow. These people are dead ass excited. Bell.
Well, came in at the perfect time.
Bell, we're talking about Commander being in the C2, but I'm going to get back to you in a minute because there
No one
was
cares about that anyway.
there was a little part for you in the intro to the show. But yeah, Tony Khan says the high-flying rising star Commander will join the Gold League. Dude, way to fucking make the Gold League 10 times more uninteresting.
Literally, bro. Like, it's fucking Commander, the most unused person you ever have.
Bro, there's no fucking way you took Juice out and fucking put Commander in the C2. Commander? Are you kidding me? Am am I losing my mind? You put fucking Commander in this shit, bro?
Like, I lose my mind every Wednesday, bro.
Oh
So at this
god.
point, this shit don't shock me, bro.
Way to wait way to kill the hype for the C2 as well. Way to go. Way to fucking go, Tony. Good
Literally,
lord.
dude.
Good lord. Juice is hurt, man. I'm gonna miss Juice. I'm gonna miss Juice, man, and I wish him a speedy recovery. Hope everything goes well with his recovery. And I know this is this has really got to suck, man. I mean, again, this guy just came back from injury. This guy just came back from injury, man, a back injury, and Now it looks like a potential broken foot, and that is horrible. And that just sucks so much that happened to him. I wish him the best. I wish him the best, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But Tony, what the fuck is that replacement? Tony, why didn't you put Ray Phoenix or Ricky
Yeah.
Starks in the Continental Classic? Why didn't you put
Hmm.
I don't fucking know, a guy like Buddy Matthews? A lot of people wanted to see Buddy in the C2, being that they wanted to see him over Brody King because I don't know. Brody King was in the fucking Continental Classic last year.
They want fresh faces, not Commander. They want fucking fresh faces people care about. Buddy, Malachi, fucking somebody, dude. What? What a lame ass replacement.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, man. But regardless, now that she is here, I know it's tomorrow again, so don't correct me. Happy birthday to Belle. Happy birthday to Belle. Again, Belle, just scroll your mouse past to the to the part where you see this beautiful little graphic we made for you in the beginning of the show. So but yes, happy birthday to Belle. I know it's tomorrow again, so don't correct me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being an amazing mod. Thank you so much for uh thank you for hitting me up to relieve some of your AEW I don't know. What would I call it? Thank you for allowing me to be your AEW therapist. Thank you for allowing me to be your
Exactly.
AEW therapist. Um, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us here in the chat. Thank you so much for modding the chat. Thank you so much for always having a great opinion, always having a fresh outlook, man. Sometimes I look at my opinion and I see some of Bell's comments. I'll be like, all right, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. So thank you so much, Bell. Thank you so much for always being here, always being a great mod, and thank you so much for just sharing a little bit of even your personal life, man, with us, as it is always appreciated. And nothing but love for the homie Bell, man. So Bell gets two segments. Bell gets two segments tonight on the show. So happy birthday to Bell. Happy early birthday to Bell. So let's fucking go.
Definitely. Happy early birthday. You never gotta apologize, Belle. We're always just messing with you, and
Always.
anytime you're here with us is we're thankful for it, man. We're thankful for it. Happy birthday. I hope it's great tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Happy birthday, Bell. So, uh, the final piece of AEW news, now that we're on a good note here, according to the AEW
Mhm.
roster page, Penta El Zero Miedo is officially gone from AEW. He has been removed from AEW's official roster page following the expiration of his contract last week. Penta is gone. And good lord, there's just one more.
One more. Man, Phoenix. He's got to ride this bullshit out, and then we get the Lucha Bros in WWE. Man, I'm excited.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'd seen he's doing like meet and greets with House of Glory.
Oh,
Just fucking
oh
let him
good.
go, bro. Just like
Yeah, this poor
uh
man.
th- th-
Surprised Tony Khan's not gonna cancel him.
yeah, well, that could be coming
Probably
up.
will.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of Tony Khan canceling, bro. Now obviously this is probably never going to see the light of day unless I bring it up right now because we never talk about ROH. They are adding a free agent that worked with GCW, Matt Cardona, one of GCW's biggest stars, to the Hammerstein Ballroom show.
So it's really not a GCW thing, or it's really not just a what if he said thing. It's pretty obvious that Tony Khan has his ego hurt?
Think he's got his ego hurt, man. I think Effie might have let out a little too fragile of information for Tony Khan, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tony might be Tony might be a little hurt, man. I think Effie might have said a little too much, and I don't think Tony Khan wanted that information out there, man. Well, the ongoing rumor is that Tony Khan is being paid to stay away from his father's sports teams.
That is, if that's true, bro, that is the saddest shit ever, dude.
Which
What the fuck?
it's even more sad because that would mean AEW's his sole focus. And this is
It's
what's
this
happening? Oh.
oh man.
Oh. Oh God. Mm. Man. I don't know, bro. If that's the case and if that's true, that's absolutely hilarious. I wish his father would pay him to fucking stay away from AEW.
I really hope he does.
Cuz
Cause
he's
fucking
fucking
A.
that up. Royally. But that is all the news about AEW, man. Obviously ending on a positive note with the AEW news as Pentagon is a free man. And now all we have to do is wait for Phoenix to be next, and we will finally be seeing these guys on WWE television. These guys are gonna go nuts.
Oh, literally, Bell. John Moxley and Marina are on Bloodsport, no problem. It's the funniest thing ever, dude.
Yeah,
He did not hide it at all.
yeah. He definitely added insult to injury, Bell. As yeah, I think Effie might have said a little too much, and I don't think Tony Khan wanted that info out there, which is absolutely hilarious, man. Which again, I just wish his dad could pay him to stay away from AEW. I wish I got paid to stay away from work.
I'm telling you, man, that's crazy work.
How do I get myself to that level? You very, very,
You're
very,
so
very under attack. This Tony Khan is, man. He lives a harsh life, man. Being paid to stay away from work. It's really,
just the
really
toughest life ever, dude, man.
tough road ever. One of the toughest roads ever, bro.
Like, oh man.
All right, WWE.
Finally.
WW
Fucking A. I say this every
WWE
week,
news, man.
especially on Mondays, dude. It's the best part of the show is when AEW fades and we talk about the show we like to talk about.
100%, man. But before we get to the WWE news, just wanted to talk about, man, the official sponsor of the Notorious Heels podcast, man, W Energy. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without the jitters. You know, the jitters like Tony Khan gets at the media scrum when they ask him about Ricky Starks or about the WWE ID program. W Energy is a clean formula that is sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W Energy products today with a link below in the description and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% off your next purchase, man, as life is always better with a little W in your cuppy.
Okay. I like it. You know what? I like it. And it's true, man. I got some here. I got the mango peach flavor again, dude.
Banger.
Classic. Great. And it's fucking delicious, man. I'm drinking it this whole stream, and if I'm not finished with it before the stream ends, I'll kill it after the stream, dude. Great. Keeps me up, especially on fucking Wednesdays, man. This is literally, I say it every time, and it's genuinely not a joke. W came at the perfect time, man, because Dynamite, boy, it does not help keep you awake, bro. It really doesn't.
Yes, sir. Shout out W, bro. Shout out W. WWE, man. WWE. Well, to keep let's keep the tradition. Okay. Let's
Okay.
talk about a former AEW talent that now is in WWE. Jade Cargill. According to Fightful, there is no word on a timetable for Cargill's return to WWE programming, but internally, Cargill was listed on the injured list. Those spoken to said that Cargill has claimed she is injured. There is no word on the specifics of the injury. I absolutely hate this, man. We're seeing a
I
lot of this today.
Mhm.
One dirt sheet says yes, one dirt sheet says no. I mean, this is the latest. So the latest is that she actually is injured. I'm sure next week she's gonna be fine and everything's gonna be okay. But this is the latest that we are hearing on Jade Cargill per Fightful is that she is not injured.
I love wrestling journalism. One says one thing, the other says that's not true, or it's the opposite every time, dude. Especially, dude, we were just talking about, all the 2020, like 2023 punk stuff. It was probably at all time worse during that era. It was fucked. One dirt sheet said this, the other dirt sheet said the opposite. Punk's camp was feeding this dirt sheet one, elites were feeding the other dirt sheet one. Dude, that shit, we always joke about it, man, but that shit was a legendary news run. A straight 7 months of just fuckery. It was insane, man. And in this Jade Cargill situation, just bring me back to it solely because of the dirt sheets, man. One says one thing, the other says other. I don't fucking know. I think she might be injured, but I don't know. They're telling a story, but I don't know if it's. I don't fucking know at this point. They don't know. I don't know. And I'm gonna just let it play out. If she is injured, wish the best and a speedy recovery, of course, man. But I don't fucking know at the end of the day.
Me neither, bro. Me neither, man.
What's up, Durante?
Yo,
How you doing?
my man Durante, what up, bro? How are you, dude? Um, you know, you
That
know,
is
Bell.
also true, Bell.
At this point, you got to at this point, especially when it comes
Yeah.
to Meltzer. This man is having a legendarily bad year. I don't even know if it's him or again. Sometimes it is him. Sometimes, but other times I just outwardly feel bad for him, bro, because you just
Oh,
know
dude.
that this man is getting bent over backwards by these fucking sources, bro.
I was gonna say, I thought Tony Khan was getting scammed by some of these people, bro. It's Meltzer. I don't know who the fuck he's paying for this information, but you gotta find new people, bro. I don't know who the fuck it is back there telling you this shit, but they are lying their ass off, and I'm sure he's paying so much money for this shit.
For sure, bro. For sure. So that's the latest on Jade Cargill. Again, the latest is she is injured. Again, probably next week. You talked about legendary news runs even earlier this year with the Drew McIntyre stuff. Drew signed.
Yeah,
He's not signed.
Drew
Drew
inside.
signed. He's signed. He's not signed. He's close to signing.
He
Oh,
signed
he's
three
not
months
signed.
ago.
Yeah.
He
He's
signed 3 months ago. Actually, he's not signed. It
oh
was
my
fucked,
god.
dude. That
It was a
shit
run. It was a
was.
running joke on the podcast, bro. He's here. He's not.
Oh
He's
yeah.
going to AEW. No, he's here. He signed us 6 months ago. He signed 2 years ago, bro. What the fuck?
I makes no fucking sense, dude. These dirt sheets are hilarious. Gotta love them.
So keeping with the women, according to PWN, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are currently working on what is next for them creatively in WWE. There is a possibility, a shift in the man character for Lynch as she has wanted to move on from the character for some time. Both are expected to appear on WWE programming soon.
I'm excited, man. I'm actually not dreading Charlotte's return. I'm not gonna be a mark. I'm not marking out for Charlotte's return. I'm not gonna go back on my opinion on her unless she changes it. Unless she just starts moving crazy. I'll be shocked, man. But overall, I'm really excited for Becky's. The man was goated, but if she wants to move on with that, evolution's always a good thing, man. It could be very bad to say the same character, MJF, forever. It could really hinder your star power, man. And I like that she's willing to evolve and she's down to, and she wants to evolve. I'm excited, bro. I really am.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what exactly she has in store. Um, as for Charlotte, bro, I'm personally just a little scared. I'm personally a little scared, as I
Oh yeah,
always am when Charlotte returns, man, because Charlotte is good when Charlotte wants to be good. Now, when she wants to be good
exactly.
is completely up to her, but regardless, she is she yes, she is I don't know if the promo ability got any better, but what we can say is she's fully charged, okay? She got a new battery pack
Exactly.
over the past year that she's been gone. I'm just scared she's going to immediately shoot to the top and take the title off of whoever, which is always a concern of mine when Charlotte is around. As for Becky, this is really intriguing to me because
Hmm.
obviously, I know this comes as a shock to Bell. Bell always, Bell's always always in chat talking about this, but she's not going to AEW, guys. I said
She's
it.
not.
I said it.
She's not. Dude, you think Charlotte's ego in that AEW locker room is a good idea?
Oh, I'm talking about Becky.
You have no. Oh yeah, her too. Fucking, if you're talking about Becky, why would she ever go there? That's fucking.
They,
Why would
dude,
you ever go to the G League? But
Rebecca Quinn is all elite, bro. They've been making the
Rebecca
graphic for
Quinn.
months since May.
They've been making the graphic for months, and when she fucking shows up on Raw, dude, they're gonna shit on her so hard. I can't wait to see it. I love Twitter, dude, because they fucking we're getting Rebecca Quinn.
Yeah,
She's betting on herself and going to
yeah.
AEW. She's all elite. We'll see her on Raw. What she can't
She
even wrestle.
sucks.
Name a good Becky, and she sucks. Overrated.
I can name a lot of
One
good Becky
character
Lynch matches.
warrior. Yeah, you fucking know these fans, dude.
I, I don't know what they've been watching, but something. Rampage, I guess. No, but
Well,
I
apparently no one
know
has been watching Rampage because they don't even know fucking Thunder Rosa's still employed.
that's so funny to me, bro. How the fuck are you on television
Uh,
and you got people asking you if you're still with the company? What the fuck?
like, bro. Oh
Uh,
man, that is so sad.
regardless, man. Again, I know it's been talked about for months, but Belle, she's gonna be at World's End. Becky Lynch is gonna be at World's End, man. She's gonna be at World's
In the
End.
world,
She's gonna Rebecca Rebecca Quinn is all elite. No, I kept seeing people freak out, because she was at the Netflix press event, promoting, the promoting that WWE does. Becky was there. Becky was there. It was good to see her. Happy to, and I can't wait for her to come back. But anyways, to get back on track, man, there looks to be a shift in the man character as she wants to move on from the character, and she's wanted to move on to the character for some time. I have my theory as to why they didn't. I think Triple H wanted to end the man character on a good note because where we left it with
mm-hmm.
Vince, it was horrible.
Oh, mm-hmm.
But but Becky is Becky, man. I mean, I trust her. I trust her to, as long as we don't get anything, big time Bex related.
Yeah.
That goofy Lady Gaga version of Becky Lynch or whatever the hell that was supposed to be. She was dressing like a freak. I don't know what that was, but as long as it's not anything like that, I would personally like to see maybe not necessarily the man, but something like the man, but a
Proper.
heel, I think
Yeah,
would
just
be insane
mm-hmm.
work for Becky. And I think she could do really good under that because, in a sense, that was what the original The Man character was. But obviously, that character was a baby face and it played up, to the crowd a little bit more. I would like to see Becky Lynch as a badass type heel. I think she would absolutely thrive in that role, to be honest, bro. And I would like to see her do it. But now that we're hearing this, I'm pumped for what she has to do, and I think she's gonna make her return at that first Raw back in Netflix. I appreciate that she was there promoting, but I also wish they would have kept it a secret. I wish they would have just had
Yeah,
her, just I really wish they would have had her just pop out on the Raw on Netflix and do that. But now that we're hearing this, man, I hope this is true, and I'm really excited to see what she has for her new character, man. When we do see her in AEW, of course.
definitely. Oh yeah, an AEW man. But I'm excited to see her return. I just need something tough again. I need something. Again, it doesn't got to be the man, but some leather jacket, something tough, dude. She's great at it,
Yep,
and I'm very excited.
absolutely, absolutely, man. And yeah. So that is that. And I know a lot of the AEW faithful are very upset about this, but me on the other hand, I'm pretty happy, man. I'm excited to see Becky Lynch back, and I'm excited to have her back.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So that is that. As no, I'm not whispering on purpose.
This is what it sounds like if we were whispering. Turn your audio up. Fuck.
um, um, speaking of Netflix, speaking of speaking of Netflix, man. Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Mm, okay, Monday Night Raw on Netflix, man, and the and the what how it will air, I guess. So Monday Night Raw on Netflix will in 2025 will air live no matter where it's taking place. When the company
Hmm.
heads to Europe on the road to WrestleMania 41, Raw will stream live in the US at the same time, no matter the time zone differences. The plan is to have the show is to have the show air live as it happens, and then be available as video on demand as soon as possible after it goes off the air, according to PW Insider.
Let's fucking go, dude. I love that idea. I love, the Europe live shows, the anywhere, other than America time zone live shows. I like it, dude. I like watching the show early in the afternoon at fucking 5 o'clock. It's great no matter what, dude. And I'm actually really glad they are gonna be live because it's gonna make the experience just so much better. Even as just someone who's not there but just watching. No one likes tape shows. Everyone's got their problem with tape shows, but a European S show live on Raw sounds like the moves, dude. That is very fucking good.
100%. And I do have this old image here from the news a couple weeks ago. So if you look at this list here, obviously we're only talking about Raws, so there's only going to be 3 of them. But there is going to be March 17th in Brussels, Belgium, March 24th in Glasgow, Scotland, and March 31st in London, England. Those are going to be early editions of Monday Night Raw, man. So have to see what the schedule's looking like, because who knows, bro? You guys might be getting
It's good,
some
man. Hey,
unscripted might be taking place at fucking 3 o'clock, which sounds
beautiful.
like a plan to me. So that could be exciting. That could be very exciting, and that is something that I am definitely going to keep my eye on and try my best to work accordingly around, just to see if there's a possibility of getting those earlier unscripted out for you guys, because I'm sure those are going to be huge episodes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um, so yeah, man, and they're a lot of their episodes of Raw are going to be live. A lot of their episodes of Raw are going to be live, and they're going to be um not held and spoiled for everybody, which international Monday Night Raws, man, that is honestly the one thing I hate about them, is we always get spoiled. You know what I mean? So now you're
Hmm.
taking that away. Those are usually some great crowds and some great energies throughout the year, but they always get spoiled. The fact that you're taking the spoiler part away is incredible, and that just sounds like a fucking an amazing
That sounds like a
watch.
movie. It really does. Like, imagine they save like an NXT call up for one of these Europe shows. The crowd would go fucking crazy for that type of shit. I love that idea, and I'm really excited.
100%. 100%. Yeah, and as time moves on, man, like I said, we could be in store for some interesting Monday Night Raws, and maybe even some interesting unscripted, man. So interesting.
Hmm.
Definitely have to keep the eye on that. And with that, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Nick Khan spoke to Deadline at yesterday's event at the Netflix headquarters for WWE. Um, he talked about the rating of the programming. I know a lot of people expressed that they wanted to see it as TV 14, rated R, you know, and all this kind of stuff. Nick Khan addressed it. He says, we're not changing the rating of our programming. He says there's some online chatter about, oh, it's going to be R rated, or for us old folks, X rated. That's definitely not happening. It's a family friendly, multi generational, advertiser friendly programming. It's going to stay that way. So it looks as if they are not going the TV 14 route, which a lot of people thought they were going. Um, how do you feel about this, man?
It's, I think there's layers to it, man. I think what he's saying is true, but also they don't have to change the official rating. But occasionally, we were seeing it at Raw. We see it at Raw sometimes too. They'll say something like with the Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle feud. They'll occasionally get a little rowdy. They say little stuff to them that pops the crowd, gets people watching. But they won't do it every week. Will they officially change the rating so Seth is coming out as Seth fucking Rollins every week? No, I didn't really expect that anyway. But I think it'll still happen. It'll just be occasionally and simply. And I don't think it'll change the official rating of the show, obviously, like Nick Khan is saying. But we'll get it here and there when it fucking matters. Like most normal people thought it would, man. I don't think they're gonna be NXT Jada Parker out here just going breezy on the mic, man. Which shout out to that promo. That shit was hilarious. Fucking Sean, man. That man is different.
She knows the ref seen her. That's all she
She
was saying.
she
I know you
oh shit,
heard
that's
me.
what she there was a word in there. But we won't be getting stuff like that obviously, man. But look what's all like the Dom Liv and Rhea stuff we got on TV. Look what the Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins stuff. That all happened under the current rating of WWE television. So it's not gonna be Vince McMahon's I'm gonna beat your butt TV rating anymore. No matter what, it's gonna be something that's serious and something that's good. And people thought that it was going to be this crazy attitude era level thing. It was never going to be. You guys fucking got pissed when Carlito said that joke. People were pissed when Roman called Seth a crossdresser in a promo. You fans are the reason why it's not a full crazy attitude era level thing, is because y'all can't take it.
It can't.
This
Yeah,
is
it
the
can't
level
be.
y'all can take, and this is what y'all get.
Oh, 100%, bro. These motherfuckers were calling for Carlito to be fired because of a
Fired.
joke. Fired.
A joke. Like the whole joke was that he was dumb and
That's
didn't know
his
the
whole. That's
difference.
like his whole gimmick. Is he's just he's so fucking out of it. It like
Like, these fans are about as out of it as his character is. Of course, we're not gonna get to fucking Attitude Era level shit. Y'all can't take it.
no, they can't whatsoever, bro. That they can't whatsoever. They anything, you know, that anytime anything sort of edgy happens, unless it's some horny shit, they complain.
I hate it. That's literally exactly what it is, bro. Unless it's horny, they hate it. If it's any type of joke at all, they don't like it. If it's someone making fun of somebody, kind of calling them something mean, they don't like it, man. But hey, if it's horny, you know these wrestling fans, they're all for it, man. They're out there on Reddit going crazy, man. So you know these wrestling fans.
Um, you know, and two, that's another great point you had mentioned with that promo that Roman did earlier this year against against Seth. You know what I mean? He called him a cross dresser and people got upset. Like, dude, are
Yes.
you fucking serious? Like, sir, everybody makes
It's
fun of the way Seth fucking dresses. Like, really?
it's the whole joke. That's why he dresses like that, bro. Like, come on.
Uh I don't understand. But I don't understand, man. But regardless, the reason for anybody, first of all, for anybody thinking you are gonna get R-rated television, you're an idiot.
It's
Okay,
dumb.
I'm sorry.
Literally.
I'm sorry. And if that just so happens to be anybody watching us, I love you, but I'm sorry, bro. I mean, it just was not gonna fucking
You
happen.
weren't
I
gonna
mean,
get that. It
there's
was fucking obvious.
there's no fucking way WWE was going to ever give us R-rated television. In this day and age, do you think R-rated shit would fly? You guys can't take edgy shit on PG like we were just saying. But you know, Roman Reigns talked about this about a year ago, and I agree with him, man. Is he was talking about how he likes the challenge of he likes the challenge of having to tell these compelling stories
Walk
with
around.
PG, and he did not want to give the TV 14 or an R-rated stamp on the show because people would lean into it and it would make certain things not
It's
special.
exactly look at look at AEW half the time, man. They're out there flipping everybody off. Fuck this, fuck
Blood.
that, and it means nothing, dude. Like it means nothing on most of their television, man. And it means something when you don't do it a lot, and you have to find a way to work around it, innuendos, all that stuff. That's when it gets interesting. Of course, they want to keep that.
Because yeah, I mean it like he was talking about it offers a new challenge to try to figure out how to tell these compelling stories with the PG on your show, and then they can teeter the line into TV 14 in a little bit, and when they do, it's special. Look at what happened with Liv and Dominic this year. That stuff got super edgy. Okay, it got super edgy, and he what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Liv and Dominic and Rhea stuff got super edgy, and what made it
Hmm.
so good, well, you know, I'm sure, you know, neckbeard wrestling fans would tell you a different story as to what made it so good, but one of the reasons it was so compelling was because we don't see shit like that, right? We don't see stuff like that. Or what was so cool about The Rock whooping Cody Rhodes' ass out in the parking lot? Cody's bleeding in the fucking Chicago rain, and Rock's telling him, "This is what you happen when you fuck with the final boss." Like what?
This is what fucking happens when you fuck with the final boss. Like, dude, it was great because we don't get that shit, and we get it, and it's special. That's
What?
how that works.
What made Hell in a Cell with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk so fucking cool this year? Is because
We
those
don't get
guys,
that.
it looked like a fucking war in there. It looked like
Hmm.
more of a war than some of the War Games matches looked. And it was only two
Oh
dudes.
fuck yeah! Maybe two dudes. Like it's that simple.
I mean, it looked like a fucking war in there. And we don't see stuff like that. And again, too, the fact that we're keeping the PG stamp, it's not necessarily a bad thing, bro. Again, look at things we've gotten over the past. I mean, how long's WWE been PG for? I mean, 2008, 2000. I mean, it's what
And we're
what is it?
fucking
16
20 years at
years.
this literally.
Look at all the amazing shit we've got under PG. Under PG, we got the pipe bomb under PG. Now, where PG gets the black eye is from what Vince did to PG when he has motherfuckers lollygag around dancing. You got the funk of fucking Saurus. You got
You got Bobby Lashley telling another grown man he's gonna beat his butt. Like, bro, that's the shit that was fucking bad. Literally the worst promo ever. I will never forget that promo for how dumb it was, dude. That was the worst shit I've ever seen.
You got Sami Zayn bringing out Bobby Lashley's 3 sisters, and I mean that's where PG gets its bad name from. But at the end of the day, we got the pipe bomb under PG, bro. We got I mean we got the story of Ciampa and Gargano. We got the bloodline story. All of this stuff happened with PG. So it's not that stories can't be compelling. It's honestly people are just asking for something that in my opinion they cannot handle. You guys cannot handle a PG rating because everybody is too fucking soft to deal with to deal with R-rated or even sometimes TV-14 level of things.
Literally. You can't handle it. That's why we're not getting it, because they're doing fine without it, and the little hints they gave of it got a horrible reaction from fans.
100%, bro. 100%. So that is that. And that's funny, Bill. That's funny. I just read your comment.
It's just
So Candy. Yes, they absolutely are
be real soft.
Thank you for joining us, by the way.
Thank you.
No, they're 100% soft, man, those are the main people. I'd be like, oh, we need edgy wrestling, or like whenever something edgy, or in a lot of wrestling fans' case, whenever something horny happens on WWE television, like when fucking Liv Morgan is doing twirls and showing everybody what she's working with, then everybody wants to go out and tweet, edgy wrestling is back. But then when it's something again like Carlito's Chinese joke, or Roman calling Seth a cross-dresser or something like that, then they get pissed and this is what they support, and this is fucked up. This is why I like AEW. Like, all right. Okay. Okay. They're soft, bro. They're fucking soft. They're asking for something they cannot fucking handle. They want to handle it for the horny stuff because that's how wrestling fans are, but they can't otherwise handle it.
Literally. Exactly. So we're not getting WWE rated R Netflix, and it was obvious. And I don't know what people thought was going to happen, man. It's going to be great. I'm excited for it, and y'all can handle what you think you can handle.
Not at all, bro. Speaking of another WWE show coming up, WWE and A&E have announced the introduction of an in-ring competition show, WWE LFG. No, not Let's Fucking Go. It's Legends and Future Greats. Coming to A&E in 2025, this series will be similar to Tough Enough, with people competing for a WWE contract while being mentored by WWE legends. With that, we did get a little bit of a description about the show. That being, according to The Wrap, WWE LFG, Legends and Future Greats, a new WWE reality competition show, has been announced to be premiering in early 2025 on A&E. The show will see legends, WWE legends Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley, and a returning Mickey James to mentor aspiring wrestlers as they compete with WWE contracts on the line. So this is basically WWE's new version of Tough Enough. A&E produces a lot of good stuff. I like a lot of their biographies, and I like a lot of the different original content that they put out for WWE. And I hope this is good. I would really like to see WWE do something that we've seen with like Breaking Ground. I've been waiting for them to do something like that for a long time. And obviously, if you guys aren't familiar with Breaking Ground, it was basically just a different perspective on like NXT wrestlers and like just bringing us through their journey of rising through the ranks of developmental. Like we seen Bailey on there, American Alpha, Apollo Crews. We've seen like a lot of people, and just Baron Corbin, and just their journey through going through developmental. But this is basically another Tough Enough, and I hope everything goes good, man. But like I said, I'm pretty confident A&E will put out something good, just something good for wrestling fans to kind of watch on the side, because again, like I said, they do put out. I do enjoy a lot of their uh original content for that they do for WWE.
Definitely, man. So it's a very interesting show. Like they described, it's basically a new version of Tough Enough, where they're it's kind of like a mix of the old game show NXT and Tough Enough, where they'll have like the older representatives and whatnot, and it's interesting. I trust them with their show, so I'm down, man. And I'm excited to see how the show goes, man.
100%, man. 100%. Oh, Bell, as far as some of the stuff they were doing to the female talent in the Attitude Era,
Oh, it was
yeah,
insane. It was fucked. Yeah,
that
you're not soft at all. I don't see it.
no, 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 no. When I'm talking about them being soft, I'm talking about stuff as simple as wordplay, jokes, that kind of stuff. But bro, everybody brings it up, bro. But the Trish Stratus bark like a
Hmm.
dog, like that segment, like man, nah,
Oh,
that
that shit is fucked, dude.
or those what did they used to do? Those like those panty
Blood, man.
fights were
Yeah,
oh god. Yeah, no,
it
that
was insane, bro.
yeah, that yeah, I mean there I mean trust me, there's ways to come off edgy with anything, but that was just downright Vince being a fucking freak. That's what that
Yeah, that was
was.
downright creep ass shit,
Yeah,
dude.
that was Vince amusing himself. So no, no.
Hmm.
No, you don't have to you don't have to be sorry for nothing. Yeah, that was downright
No,
Vince being a fucking freako.
literally.
Um uh hmm. Guess we can talk some injury news.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, man. So starting off, we have Sheamus. WWE has announced last night, and this was 3 days ago, so I believe this would have been on the second, which 4 days ago. So they have announced, yes, they announced Monday. Um, they announced Monday, or yes, they announced Monday, man, that Sheamus has suffered a cracked rib during his triple threat match at Survivor Series. Well,
I had
you
a
called that
feeling,
one
dude.
right on the head.
Dude, the second that fucking shillelagh, the first shot to his ribs, I was like,
Mm.
yeah, bro, something's gotta be broken. And then the way he was like just holding it the whole rest of that match, I knew something was fucked, dude. So that sucks. Good thing it's only like cracked and it's not like actually like shattered or broken or nothing like that. And I wish the best for Sheamus, man, because fucking hell, that sounds so
Oh,
painful.
Dude, that was something, bro. That I tell you, that yes, that shot he took to the I know which one you're talking about too, because everybody in our living room oohed and ahhed at that because
Oh.
when Kaiser hit him with that oh god, bro, when he, when he hit him
Oh.
with that first shillelagh shot, oh, you could
Mm-hmm.
almost hear it. You could almost hear it,
Literally.
man. Which you gotta respect Sheamus, bro. This guy then
Man's
proceeded
beast.
to take more of an ass whooping and then take a Braun Breaker spear.
Dude,
What
that
the
man,
fuck? With a cracked
they,
rib. Ain't no way.
they call him the Celtic Warrior for a fucking reason, man. That man's a warrior.
This man is is consistently one of the most reliable guys you have on your roster. If you do not reward him with that IC title eventually and have him be he's the perfect guy to put that workhorse champion type gimmick on because that's just Sheamus, bro. He's going to go out there and he's going to be a workhorse. And what would make Sheamus such a good workhorse champion? There's not really that many in WWE. Like there is
Mm,
every fucking champion is a workhorse champion in the
workhorse.
other.
I
I'm a
want to
fighting
fight.
champion. I'm gonna fight
Ugh.
anyone at any
They
time.
need, they need to ban the word fight in that fucking company, dude, because fuck.
A lot of the guys there, man, they're just looking for a fight. You know.
Looking for a fight. Good lord.
I'll never, I'll never forget, bro. It was earlier this year on Dynamite. I remember we were making fun of it like way earlier in the year and unscripted. But literally,
Oh, yeah.
dude, I remember Excalibur was doing the B rolls for Collision, and he's sitting there, and oh, damn near every match, he's saying, "These guys are this, tag team A is facing FTR because they're looking for a fight." And this
I'm
woman is
looking for a fight.
fighting this woman because she's looking for a fight. Oh Jesus! Is everybody just looking
Like,
for?
bro.
I mean, I believe it, but
Yeah.
uh,
And then John screaming backstage, bro. Everyone looking for a
yeah,
fight, dude.
it must be. Yes, bro. But again, back to glazing Sheamus, bro. This dude is absolutely one of the most reliable guys you have on your roster, man. This man is out here taking Braun Breaker spears with cracked ribs. If you do not reward this man with the IC title and give him a nice run with that, I don't know what you're doing, man. But no, he even deserves it. And to be 100% honest with you guys, man, now I don't know what awaits. But, you know, if Triple H ever did want to explore the option of even putting one last world title on Sheamus, he seems like the
I wouldn't
perfect
mind.
guy to hold the World Heavyweight Championship.
He really does, dude. I'd be down.
That would be fun. Oh, Bell.
Ugh, they need a whole new. That they don't just need Riccaboni, man. They need a whole new team, bro. A whole new overall.
Uh, eh, eh.
Just fucking A.
Excalibur, bro. Oh, man. Don't even fucking get me started. T. Harris? T.
Yeah. Oh,
T.
Malachi Beck.
Swing and a miss by Malachi back. uh,
Malachi Beck. Kyle Fletcher, like, bro, it's been so bad.
they would we're
What they
gonna
do this week?
you know we're gonna make fun of it on Monday, bro. But during the dynamite donut dozen battle royal, the fucking uh
Kyle O'Reilly's on the
Kyle
fucking
O'Reilly
apron.
Kyle O'Reilly goes to fucking kick Leo Rush and Action Andretti or Rocky Romero off the apron, and Excalibur go Kyle Fletcher with the kick. Like what? What the fuck, bro?
Kyle Fletcher with the kick. Oh, good lord.
Kyle Fletcher is Kyle O'Reilly. Or no, Kyle O'Reilly is Kyle Fletcher. Kyle O'Reilly or Kyle Fletcher is Kyle O Fletcher. I mean, what the
Kyle
fuck?
O. Fletcher. Fucking
Malachi
come on.
back. What?
The thing, that's probably my favorite because that was the smoothest thing he said in a long time, and it was still wrong. It's why it was so funny.
Swing and
Just
a miss by
back body
Malachi
drop.
back. Swing and a miss by Malachi back.
Good lord.
I
That
want to
fucking team.
see Malachi back in WWE, please.
Exactly. Please, for the love of God.
anyways, no, Bell. They need Jesus. Is
Mm-hmm.
what this Dynamite commentary team needs, bro. I mean, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, they really do. They need a whole new team, dude. This whole company needs a whole new everything. A
Yes.
whole new, literally, you don't need a whole coat, a new coat of paint. You're restoring this car. You got to take the fucking shell out. You got to fucking do a new frame, put a new shell on it, literally, basically the same thing but new. Replace everything. They always say if you replace the head of a shovel and then the handle, it's a different shovel, but it's still a shovel. That's what AEW needs to do. It still needs to be a shovel, but you gotta replace every piece of it.
Yeah. At this point, bro, just at this point, just buy a new fucking car. I mean, please.
Literally, you just buy a new car, please. It's done. Just scrap it, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. It is just there. That
Maybe
commentary team is. What were you saying?
The main the main problem I think that commentary team has, and I'll keep saying it, is they're not great. At the end of the day, they're not great anyways, but I think the real killer is Tony Khan won't shut the fuck up in their ears, and it's throwing them off. I mean, I wouldn't be able to talk if I had someone in my ear just saying a bunch of shit to me while I'm trying to talk. That would throw me off like crazy, dude. I genuinely think it's Tony Khan not shutting up in their ear. Yeah, like when they're talking about, Kyle O'Fletcher, it's because they're saying Tony Khan is saying something about Kyle Fletcher in their ear, and it's fucking throwing them off.
This
I
guy's
know
feuding
it.
with Kyle Fletcher, and they and then they call Kyle O'Reilly Kyle Fletcher.
Exactly.
But the thing is with Fletcher and O'Reilly, if you're having such a hard time, just say their last name.
Say Fletcher, just say O'Reilly. People shorten names for a reason. It's easier. I know that person's name is Kyle O'Fletcher. There it goes. Kyle O'Reilly. So just say O'Reilly.
Like
Like,
if you're having such a hard time with calling Kyle O'Reilly Kyle Fletcher, just call him O'Reilly.
it's that simple. It really is that simple, bro.
Like when Daniel Bryan first moved to AEW and I was in that transition period, I was just calling him Bryan
Yeah, because I kept fucking it up.
because I
It's
kept
what you
calling
do.
him Daniel Bryanson, or I kept calling him I kept call
Started.
I kept or I ke-
What?
or I kept call I just kept calling him Daniel Bryan, so I just called him Bryan. If you're having such a hard time, just call him O'Reilly or just call him Fletcher. But
It's that
Malachi
simple.
back, I have
We have
no
no
excuse
excuse
for
for that,
that,
bro.
bro.
No
Malachi
one has
back.
swinging to miss my Malachi back. No excuse, bro. Insane.
Like on Raw, a lot of times you hear Joe Tess calling Bronson Reed,
Yeah.
or you hear him calling him Bronson, or with Braun Breaker, you'll just hear him call him Breaker.
It's an easy way to not fuck up people's names.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Excalibur is he's got to go. I mean, the
He's
him and
gotta
Tony
go, dude.
Schiavone are some of the most that is some of the most awful that is the most awful listening experience ever. I mean, that is just egregious.
Exactly. It's just bad, dude. They don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. It's horrible.
So, and he said a bunch of other stupid shit we'll get into on Monday, I'm sure.
Fuck yeah.
Well, We just talked about Sheamus having a cracked rib, man. So to now talk about one of Sheamus's greatest rivals, Gunther.
Mm.
According to Fightful Select, sources within WWE expect Gunther's new deal with the company to be done this year. Those that we have spoken to claim the deal is a long-term, multi-year deal. WWE have been thrilled with Gunther's in-ring performances and media obligations. Wow, look at that!
What?
Having your talent out there to do media and promote.
Oh, I wonder who could take lessons from that, man.
Yeah, who man? It's a
Fuck.
crazy thing, bro. And according to this man, it seems as if Gunther is very close or has already signed with the company. But if it is not already signed, WWE is expecting the deal to be done by the end of the year. Um, yeah, bro. I mean, what did we hear about a year and a half ago, man? We heard that WWE wanted to build the future around Solo, and they wanted to build it around Gunther. And those are two great guys to build the company around and build pieces around. And you're starting to see WWE build pieces around these people. And obviously, I think we're all gonna be happy to keep Gunther around. I think everybody loves Gunther. I know a lot of people. Don't like him, but I think the majority of people do like Gunther and are happy to keep him around. I know for sure I am. I've been saying this guy's been one of the best wrestlers on the planet since he fucking came into WWE, and nobody's seen the vision until the IC title run, but I always had it.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Gunther, phenomenal. He's gonna resign. We all know it, man. And it's just a matter of time, man. And I hope he gets a great contract. I know he will. And good for him, man. He's an immense talent, dude. Truly. Even though I'm sure it'll be on and off for the rest of this year that we will be. Oh, he signed yet. Oh, nope, he's not signed yet. Oh, he signed 3 weeks ago. It's gonna be Drew McIntyre 2.0, and I can't wait.
You know it, bro. You know it. Speaking of Gunther's Saturday night's main event opponent, Finn Balor. According to WrestleVotes, via Backstage Pass, Finn Balor is in line for a renewed singles push heading into 2025. Over the last 6 months or so, Balor has solidified himself as a locker room leader, according to WWE sources, and they are gearing him up for a singles push.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I hope this goes through well, and I hope it goes through in a good way, dude. I hope he has some good, interesting character they give him. I hope they give him that edge back, that fire back. And I'm excited. I'm glad to hear this, dude. I really am.
This is incredible news. This is absolutely incredible news, man. I mean, good lord, how long have we all waited for Finn Balor to get a singles push? And
Mhm.
it has been, I mean, this guy has been, I mean, he's played lackey a lot to Judgment Day, and
Mhm.
Damian Priest was treated as the single star in that whole situation, which I said from the moment he won Money in the Bank, that was a colossal mistake, and it always should have been Finn Balor as the dude to come out of that as a singles babyface. But here we are now, and it looks like he's gearing up towards a singles push. I think it's going to be as a heel, at least the way it's looking right now. I think he's going to kill it, and I think he's going to do great, and I'm excited for him. And hopefully he gets out of the Judgment Day, man, so he can really go all the way with that, because I just don't see him. Yeah, I don't, I want to see him. I don't know, man. I just don't see, you know, I the current Judgment Day he's in now, I just don't think that's the best situation for him, and I think we could definitely get him in a situation a lot better than the one he's in now. And I'm pumped for Finn. I'm pumped for Finn, man. I just I can't wait to see what they have in store for him, man, because I couldn't even tell you the last time this guy's got a legitimate singles push on the main roster, bro. I mean, it
Dude,
almost
your
seems like
info's
he's been
retarded.
doomed from the start. I mean, he
Mhm.
did good work he did good work with Seth last year, but he was, there was really
Something
no,
permanent.
yeah, I mean, there was really no, good payoff for him, but
No.
I mean, the only time I could think he's legitimately gotten a actual shot on the main roster is 8 years ago. God,
Hmm.
in 2016, when he first came to the main roster and beat Roman Reigns on his first night, won the Universal title, and obviously everybody knows how that went out. But I'm excited for him, man. I'm so excited for him, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for the guy.
I'm really excited, man. I hope all goes well. I hope they push him good, and I'm excited to see him again in like a singles out of the Judgment Day role, dude. I'm excited.
For sure, man. And jumping over to back to some injury news. Bronson Reed, according to PW Insider, well, actually no, first, according to Corey Brennan from Fightful, Bronson Reed's tsunami from the top of the War Games cage was always planned to take him out of the match. But Reed got legitimately hurt on the spot. Reed suffered an injury to one of, if not possibly both, of his ankles on the landing. And obviously, the video's been going around and it looked pretty
Hmm.
nasty. And according to PW Insider, the word making the rounds amongst WWE talent is that Bronson Reed will undergo surgery next week for his ankle/foot injury he suffered at Survivor Series. Reed has been pulled from all upcoming live events.
Damn. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I'm sure that spot was obviously generally meant to write him off TV for a little bit, to sell the spot, give the guy a break after a match like that. That stuff's always obvious, man, but luck's the worst thing in the world, and he gets injured on that spot, man. So it sucks, dude. It sucks, but fuck. Like his post said, man, injuries are temporary, moments are forever. That shit was phenomenal, man. And I wish him a speedy recovery, dude.
Absolutely, bro. Always rooting for Bronson Reed, bro. I mean, we always tell you guys a story when we met the man in Target. Such a
Mm-hmm.
nice dude, such a nice dude, bro. He was willing to stand there as I ran around the store looking for somebody to take a picture for me of him and I. But such an amazing guy, and an even better talent. I mean, he's a phenomenal talent, bro, and he's a phenomenal talent, and it really just sucks to hear that, in the midst of this run that he is on right now, he gets hurt. But I'll say when he comes back, he's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
fucking monster.
He's gonna be.
And yes, and who the baby face, whichever baby face takes that IC title off of Braun Breaker, I say look out for Bronson Reed, bro, because this dude could be, you could
He gotta
easily
come back with a vengeance.
100%, man, and it breaks my heart that he got hurt. I'm glad his spirits seem to be high, like I said with his post. Injuries are temporary, moments last forever. That is true. But at the same time, man, we absolutely want Bronson healthy, and I cannot wait to see him back. And I'm excited for him to come back. And I think when he comes back, now it's time to really put your foot on the gas and let's start having this guy go for championships, bro. Because this is this is a fucking star in the making, man. I mean, he is absolutely incredible.
It really is. True star in the making. And when he comes back, you gotta strap the rocket to him, man.
100%, bro. 100%. And with that, according to PW Insider, Drew McIntyre's return on Monday Night Raw was not expected to be this soon. The belief backstage within WWE at Raw was that the injury to Bronson Reed at Survivor Series led to McIntyre returning a few weeks earlier than initially planned.
That
Um,
makes sense.
that makes a lot of sense. It seemed like a very, it,
Sudden.
yes, it did seem very sudden, and it did seem that it might have been a panic move from WWE. Which Drew is if you don't have Bronson, Drew obviously is a great great guy to try to fill that spot. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Like I said, I do have my concerns about Drew's return and what exactly this entails for. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I was watching Raw, there was a small piece of me that initially thought the dude that was going to unveil himself was a non-injured Bronson Reed. There was a small piece of me that thought, if WWE really wanted to make an impact and if he wasn't injured, because we didn't hear anything, the 2 days coming
From
out of
them.
Survivor Series about his status. I thought to myself, man, how fucking beast would this guy be if he came out and attacked him and, the injury wasn't as bad? Because the way Triple H made it sound was that he might be out for a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
so so he originally made it sound like it wasn't anything too horribly wrong, but at the end of the day, man, it seemed to be it seems like it's going to be a couple months for Bronson, and um yeah, but regardless, I can't wait to see him back, and I could absolutely, it makes sense. It makes a lot more sense that Drew, stepped up and filled that spot.
Definitely makes a lot of sense, dude. Makes a lot of sense, and smart decision from them, man. But that makes a lot more sense on everything.
Candy asks, who is a bigger draw between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins?
Love my boy Seth. He's goated, but think the answer would have to be Roman.
For sure. For sure. Roman is definitely.
He's Roman.
Definitely. Yeah, he's Roman Reigns, man. Yeah, Roman is definitely a bigger draw. I think statistically too, WWE's
He is their
some of
biggest.
WWE's best numbers all come from Roman Reigns main eventing shows. So, I think
Exactly.
even statistically, not that stats are everything, but I think even statistically, Roman Reigns is the biggest draw the company's ever seen. But
Exactly.
yeah, definitely Roman for sure.
I would say.
Um, but yeah, that is the news on Bronson's injury and everything surrounding it, man. Um, all right, guys, moving over to the Glazer.
Yes.
Well, guys, they're starting it again. It's happening again, Bell. According to at Chris Prolific of Sportskeeda News, The Rock is not currently planned to compete at WrestleMania 41 in 2025, and WWE is not moving forward, or WWE is moving forward with creative plans as if he will not premiere as of now, or as if he will not appear as of now. The company is interested in using The Rock if he does become available for the event. Fightful then went Fightful went out and put out a post of their own. They say The Rock's appearance at Bad Blood was simply to get him on screen, and WWE did not have a major direction or plot point on where they were furthering. Nice.
Great. Gotta
Any
love it.
They then go on to say anyone reporting that The Rock is 100% out of WrestleMania is not being genuine. It's also worth noting The Rock and Cody Rhodes were filming something together at the world premiere of Moana 2 a few weeks ago. The context of what they were filming is unknown. Also,
Mm.
according to PW Insider swoops in. They decide to report a little bit on the talks of Rock and Mania. They say WWE work on their creative if/when The Rock tells them what he would like to do. They change accordingly to, again, what he wants to do. If The Rock wants to do something, That's as good as Ari Emanuel telling Triple H and the creative team, this is what will happen, and then it will. The company has their plans, and they will pivot if and when The Rock descends down from the board of directors and Hollywood. I'm sorry. I really don't care what Chris Prolific from Sportskeeda or what Fightful says, bro. And in my honest opinion on all this Rock situation, nobody knows anything other than Rock and Ari and Nick and Triple H and probably
Probably Cody.
being that Cody is filming something with the
And
Rock, I'm assuming he knows as well, and probably Rock's extensive creative team that he has follow around him everywhere he goes. But
we're gonna his own creative.
but
So,
I mean, dude, there, I personally cannot find it in myself to believe that the fucking Rock is going to miss WrestleMania 41, the Mania that he had a hand in bringing to Las Vegas, bro. I mean, I just think there's no way.
no, there's no way. It's obvious he's going to be there in some capacity. More than likely, the capacity we think with a match. Probably main eventing the fucking show. I mean, dude, this whole article goes on about how, Rock's not going to be at Mania and whatnot. And they say, but yeah, for some reason, he's filming something with Cody. Don't know what that could be, but he's filming something with Cody, but he's not going to be at Mania. Bro, what would he be filming with Cody that's not going to be storyline WWE, probably WrestleMania related? Like, what are you guys doing? It's just the most ass backwards thinking in the world. I think it's pretty obvious he's going to be at WrestleMania, and I don't know where these people are getting their information from because I don't think they are getting their information from places.
Yeah, bro. And again, there's just no planet I envision Rock missing WrestleMania on. I mean, this is The Rock, bro. Do you think he's going to sit by and let other people have the spotlight? I mean, who do you guys think this is, man? This is The
The
Rock.
final boss. Like, bro, come on.
Yeah, so I don't know what Sportskeeda's got going on, bro, but I mean, again, there's no, I just don't. And again, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to tell you guys I'm wrong, bro. But there's just no way I see The Rock missing WrestleMania 41, man. If anything, that is the one show I feel he actually wants to appear on half the time. I mean,
Exactly.
there's just no way, man. There's no way he
No,
misses the show, and there's no way I see that happening. And again, he's filming stuff with Cody. What do you think that is for, bro? I mean, honestly, I mean,
literally, dog.
this man is evidently most likely filming WrestleMania vignette type. I mean, look at what they filmed last year with Cody and Seth and Roman and Rock.
Like, they're gonna do something like that again, and this is probably an element of it that they were filming.
1000%, bro. So, yeah, I mean, this is the latest on, and again, like PW Insider says, bro, The Rock is going to tell them what he wants to do and when he wants to do it, and they have to change accordingly. So it's up to him. And quite honestly, if he's not going to be at Mania right now, I envision he and his team and higher ups in WWE are the only people that are going to know about it.
Exactly.
I just, again, man, I just genuinely do not see, I do not see The Rock missing WrestleMania. I cannot bring myself to see or believe that. So,
No, I really can't.
yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's gonna say, Bell. You really thought I wouldn't show up?
The final boss
Yeah,
will
yeah,
always
like it's
appear.
it's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right. Saturday night's main event. No, not the one next Saturday. A new one. Saturday night's main event 2. Saturday night's main event is heading to San Antonio, Texas, January 25th on in prime time on NBC. Tickets go on sale December 13th at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central via Ticketmaster. December 4th, 2024, WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings, today announced the next Saturday night main event primetime special will air live Saturday, January 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on NBC and simulcast on simulcast on Peacock. The special will be held at the Frost Bank Center, home of NBA San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio, Texas. Tickets will go on sale December 13th. Blah, blah, blah. We already read that. Pre-sale for Saturday night's main event will begin Wednesday, December 11th at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. Fans can register now on the pre-sale by visiting the site listed. Saturday night's main event priority passes are now available on location, giving fans the chance to be ringside for every exhilarating moment, including premium seating, pre-show hospitality with WWE superstar appearances, ringside photo opportunities, and much more to buy now at the website listed. This marks the second quarterly primetime special to air on NBC and Peacock as a part of WWE's new 5-year domestic media rights partnership with NBC Universal, which officially kicked off in September with the premiere of SmackDown on the USA Network. The first Saturday night's main event will take place December 14th at Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum on Long Island, New York. Peacock is the live streaming home of WWE in the US, with upcoming live events such as NXT Deadline, Royal Rumble, in addition to WWE shows like Bray Wyatt becoming immortal, American Nightmare becoming Cody Rhodes, and WWE Evil. So, we're getting another Saturday night's main event, and hopefully WWE is able to keep the hype from the first one and bring it into the second one. And hopefully people people keep up with it and people keep wanting to go back. The only thing that concerns me, but it doesn't at the same time. Actually, I take that statement back. This honestly doesn't concern me. It's a week before the Royal Rumble. And actually, the one thing I like about it is
Mm-hmm.
I feel last year, the Royal Rumble was a 4-match card. Okay, it was the 2 Rumble matches and 2 undercard. I think it was the Roman match, and then there was the Logan
Wasn't it?
Paul and
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens match. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else
Okay.
just, didn't make the show. So, one thing I'm really excited for is for people that did not get a Rumble spot or did not get a spot to defend their championships at the Rumble can easily be put on this Saturday night's main event card and get a little bit of mini premium live event spotlight.
Yeah, oh, definitely, man. It's basically an honorary another night of Royal Rumble. Whoever can't make it to the Royal Rumble gets on Saturday night's main event, and I like that system. I think it works well for the Royal Rumble because when you have 2 Royal Rumble matches that are basically an hour long for their respective, each one, you can only have again so many undercard matches, literally like 2. So it makes sense, and it's a good time to do it. I like it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, bro. With that, man, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is no longer advertised for the December 14th Saturday night's main event and will not participate in the show. And this is
Mm.
leaving a lot of people to speculate. A lot of people were speculating this was going to be the spot for his one-on-one match with Solo Sikoa. And now a lot of people are thinking the January 6th edition of Monday Night Raw, the first Raw on Netflix. A lot of people are envisioning that is where you do the one-on-one match between them. Because, with Roman being in the Rumble, you can't do it then. So it's easily got to be at Saturday night's main event next week, or it's got to be at the Raw on Netflix.
Exactly. So it makes sense, man. It makes sense, and I'm excited to see how all that goes.
Which I don't want to get my hopes up too crazy, but legitimately, this could be the greatest Raw of all time.
Oh, it
Because
genuinely will be.
because
I
what the
can't
fuck
wait.
is going on? We're like,
Dude, literally every week it's all these people are gonna be here. All these legends are gonna be here. All these celebrities are gonna be here. They're planning all this shit for the dude. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, Roman Reigns wrestling, bro. You're looking at Rhea Ripley, taking the women's title back. You're looking at Judgment Day, possibly defending the tag titles, losing them to the War Raiders. Travis Scott's gonna fucking be there. I'm assuming a bunch of other people are gonna be there. I mean, it's this is again. I don't want to get my hopes up too crazy, but the stuff that's looking to be on the table for this card. The farewell tour kicks off that night. I mean, what the
Mhm.
fuck is going on, bro? I mean, this is looking
That's
to be crazy.
insane. It really is.
So, yeah, man. So Roman Reigns is no longer advertised for Saturday Night's main event. Doesn't mean he can't show, but as of right now, he
Yeah,
doesn't look like he's advertised for the event. As it is going to be interesting to see what exactly happens with Roman Reigns and his singles match with Solo Sikoa, man, because it's coming.
very interesting. Oh, we know it's coming, man, and I can't wait.
Speaking of speaking of Solo Sikoa, let's talk about a guy who a lot of people think is going to eventually join his bloodline, whether it is his at the time or not. According to the Observer, for those asking about Hikuleo, he is in the system, the WWE NXT system. That is, he is not injured. At some point, he'll debut, most likely in NXT, but he is training.
Mm,
Good, good. I mean,
good.
I would be
You
fine
got
with either or for him. If they did want to bring him up, they could. But again, they did bring Tamatanga, Jacob, and Tongaloa up because these guys have been on the indie scene for a pretty big chunk of time, and I feel like Hikuleo is rather new as of the past couple years. I mean,
Mhm.
I think we first heard about Hikuleo in I don't know, maybe like 2022, maybe.
I think
Um,
so.
yeah, because I think that was the first year they did Forbidden Door. That was the first year I heard about him, at least. So I don't know when he
Mhm.
started wrestling, but if they feel that he needed some training, they were probably right. So,
Exactly.
yeah, but I'm excited to see him, and I think he will eventually join. I think he will eventually join the new bloodline, man, and I think he'll do fine. But yeah, they're training him, man, and I hope we see him sooner rather than later. I'm excited for him.
I'm excited. I like what they're doing, and I like that not everyone just instantly has to shoot and be put in the bloodline or all that. Let people breathe, give them time. I like that. I like the way they're doing this.
100%, man. And we were just speaking about the Royal Rumble, and with that, WWE have confirmed that Royal Rumble will have an early start time similar to Survivor Series and Bad Blood. They will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central in the States, and 11 p.m. in the UK. So there you go, Bill. I don't know if that's early for you. I'm assuming it is because pay-per-views used to start at 7, so I guess that would be 1 in the morning for you. But you're getting an early start time. You're getting to watch at 11 p.m. So yes, but the show will be similar to Survivor Series. It will be starting at 5 o'clock Central Time for us I'm stoked with that. I love that. That's fantastic, bro. We get on the review at about 9 o'clock. I mean,
Mhm.
that's incredible.
That shit's beautiful, dude. I fucking love it. I'm excited, dude. I like these start times, I really do, and I fuck with it, man. But that just goes to tell me that an average AEW pay-per-view for the UK is probably 1 in the morning to like 6 or 7. Dude, fuck that.
Yes, and
Fuck that.
dude. Looking at this logo, man, I
I'm
am
excited.
very excited to see the
Mm,
very excited to see what can happen with this with these Royal Rumble graphics for NHP this year or next year. That the blue is just so different. I love it.
it is. I love it.
So, yep, that is the news on the Royal Rumble and its start time this year. As for our final story in this loaded new week of news for WWE,
At least.
the New Day, the New Day, according to the Observer, we have original heel turn plans for the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods turning on Big E had been planned for months.
Good.
Long fucking term booking. Tony Khan.
Look at that.
Look at how
God,
that
take a
paid off.
fucking note.
Please
Literally
take a
paid
note.
off like crazy, dude.
Dude, when Odyssey Jones came in, they were going to tease issues with them not getting along like they were. Um, but but it would end with Kingston and Woods going heel and choosing Jones and having him publicly replace Big E, but then Jones got fired. Um, so
Sometimes I think things work in good and weird ways.
I'll say I think what they did on Monday was one of the most unique
Mm-hmm.
heel turns there could have been.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It was tremendous. I loved it. In saying that, the stuff that they had planned with Odyssey Jones sounds absolute fire. Because, bro, the crowd and what would have made this so awesome, the crowd liked Odyssey. They did.
They
When he was
did.
on screen,
Hardball.
they liked him. So to see them turn on Odyssey because these two, hyped up it, and I'm very interested to see how Odyssey would have aided these two fighting with each other.
I was gonna say how all that would have played out.
100% because when these two are fighting, what would Odyssey have done exactly? Would he have would he have tried to aid the situation? Would he not really have cared? Would he plant seeds about Big E not being around? Would he try to poke the bear a little bit? And again, the people liked Odyssey, so with them then in this segment, I'm assuming choosing Odyssey over Big E, like it says here, during this New Day 10-year celebration, that would have been that that would have been
Crazy.
awesome, bro. That would have been awesome. But in saying that, bro, obviously everything worked out for a reason, and they still managed to, have to pivot, but still turn out one of the best segments and one of the greatest moments in WWE all year. So again, the storyline did sway a little bit, but at the end of the day, man, they still found the light at the end of the tunnel, and they still made do with what they had. But it did sound interesting, and I'm really interested to see how that would have went. And it probably would have set Odyssey Jones up for a huge future in WWE, but obviously that's not how the cookie crumbled, and everything worked out the way it was supposed to work out. And like I said, even though they were faced with an immense challenge of having to then take Odyssey out of the story, it still worked out. And like I said, what was one of the best and one of my favorite Raw moments all year, one of the best moments in WWE in the past year, man. Either way, it turned out tremendous.
Oh, 100%, man, 100%. I think it was fucking phenomenal, and I'm glad to hear that in general, it was the plan the whole time to have those 2 turn. Now, obviously, with Odyssey, it was gonna be with Odyssey, them replacing him. His reaction to that all would have been great. Would he have been heel too, or would he have been more confused and "Oh, shit," about it? We don't know, or would he embraced it? We really don't know what the plan of that was, man, so that's interesting. But I think in the end, I do like this version of the story more because I think it's more personal for the New Day if it's just those three. So I do kind of am happy the way it turned out overall. I think it does create a more personal story between the three.
Mhm.
And but even then, like you said, dude, it would have set that man up to be a star. Obviously, he kind of fucked that for himself. So
Yeah.
you get you get what happen you get what you do. So I mean, look at Ryan Nemeth. So it's all that type of shit. But I'm very glad to see that that was the plan the whole time, and I just makes me think, what are they planning now? What are we seeing on TV now? They're like, oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's just something that they're planning on it being something in the future. I'm excited. I love the way the story get. I love how personal it is, and it's great, dude.
And it's honestly just crazy to me how this guy was majority unused. And to go
Yeah,
from that to him
it's
wanting to
that.
play this big of a role in the New Day breaking up, or
I
at least
mean,
the OG New Day, is crazy to me, bro.
I know that period where he wasn't booked at all. He was still like a big advertiser for WWE. He would be everywhere. Every one of those arenas they were going to, he'd be at one of those like, "Hey, we're at the blank arena for preparing for the," he'd be at
Mhm.
one of those I would
Yeah,
see
yeah,
on social media. So that they obviously like the guy. So I think he slowly built a good relationship with them to
yeah,
get to that point, which is, for then it kind of all just fell on his face. But
yeah.
it's crazy, man. It really is.
100%, man. And yeah, I mean, things got messed up, and he messed, from the news we know, he messed a lot of shit up for himself, and that's on him. And the story
Hmm.
moved on without him, and the story still turned out very good, man. But had everything went according to plan, that still sounds awesome, bro. Because just you know the just the idea of them choosing somebody else over Big E is just crazy to me.
Great. Mhm.
And it definitely, it would have hit, bro. And yeah, and I would have been very interested to see how that played out. But yeah, it's just crazy to me also too, like I said, man, how this guy was so not used on television, and to go, like I said, from that to him wanting to play or for them wanting him to play a part in the New Day breakup is just it's crazy to me. And it sucks everything turned out. But from what we know about the situation, man, he completely fucked it up for himself, and that's on him. Like I
Mhm.
said, that's on him. But like I said, man, either way, I think everything worked out, and it was still one of just the greatest and just most heartbreaking moments that you could have come across, bro. And I loved it. And moving out of Monday, I think a majority of us all feel the same way. Is that this was tremendous storytelling. This was storytelling at its absolute peak, and this was um just crazy, almost taboo stuff from the New Day, man, because for the past couple
Mhm.
years they've been rather uninteresting, and to go from that to this, it's
It's just
amazing.
crazy. Mhm.
And yeah, bro, but that's that. But like I said, everything worked out, man. And either way, through all of this, Big E is absolutely being built up for one of the greatest returns we've seen in a while, bro. So um I honestly think we see him in the Royal Rumble, man, and I think he dumps his boys over the top.
I think so, or I think what you were saying was maybe one of them accidentally dumps the other, and then he
Yes.
dumps. But either way, his involvement gets them eliminated, man. So I'm excited.
Then I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe you guys do want to see these guys go on a singles run. Maybe after their match at Mania, they all sit in the ring and they're all shedding a couple tears that it's came to this, and they all, in that moment, reconcile, because sometimes families got to
You can
fight it
just
out, bro.
exactly look at the bloodline. How many times they fucking fought with each other, and the OGs are back together, man. So I think you could do something like that, dude. Hey, you never know what you could do.
Either that, or you could tell the story over the course of the summer of the New Day getting back together and trying to find their way back to each other. But either way, this was amazing stuff, and we're gearing up for a Big E return that just is excites the shit out of me, man.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm really excited.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. Also too, one of the things with Odyssey I would have liked is if they added him to the group a little sooner, because then I think them choosing him over Big E would have made more sense. I mean, how are you going to choose a
Yeah,
guy? I mean, it would probably add more heat to him, but how are you going to choose a guy
the
that
thing.
you've been with 3 months over Big E? But like, I mean, it would have
Still the
added a,
emotion.
yeah,
Hmm.
it would have added a lot of heat to their character. But I mean, I think it really does just kind of aid what you say in the fact of just something a little more personal, just with all three of them.
I think it does. I think it does.
But like I said, either way it would have worked out, but it worked out how it was supposed to in the end. So yeah, bro. Well, that is everything here today for this edition of NHP and another edition of the Newsman. Again, this is episode 243 of the news, as we are right knocking on SmackDown's door. And with that, everybody, that is going to do it for this edition of the news. Thank you guys so very much for this loaded week of news. Happy early birthday to Bell yet again. Happy early birthday to Bell. Thank you guys, everybody who pulled up to the stream. Candy, Durante, Logan, JB, Hector, thank you guys so very much for joining us here today. And again, happy early birthday to the NHP sister
Well,
herself, Belle.
is it past midnight for her? Wouldn't it be past midnight for her already?
Oh, yeah, it might be. So happy birthday to Belle.
So happy birthday.
Let's see.
I don't think so. If we were
Yes,
just
it is
talking
1
about
in
the
the
show
morning.
time. So happy birthday, Bill.
Yes, happy birthday to Belle. Happy birthday to Belle. So yes, again, happy birthday to Belle, man. And yes, NHP's sister, man. Thank you for everything, Belle. You're the GOAT. We love you. Thank you to everybody who pulled up. And yeah, man, that is going to do it. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. It's been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the news. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for episode 243. Thank you to everybody who pulled up and everybody a part of the Replay Mafia. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all on Monday with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.